So, in for the new match of the Dutch Premier League, and it started with a boundary here. Ankur and Nirmit open for the Jbcn Stars, while Eric opens the bowling for Petit Panthers. Starts off with a lovely square drive, goes again and gets the boundary again. So back-to-back boundaries here for the Jbcn Stars, and Ankur is off to a flyer here. Operating with a slip in place, deep mid-wicket and long on the two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. The line has to be pretty straight. Play and a miss. So just to give an introduction of what's happening, this is the Dutch Premier League Season 5. The game between Petit Panthers and Jbcn Stars. Quick single and gets there eventually. Good bit of running between the wickets. So Petit Panthers, this is Jbcn Stars, and the Petit Panthers won the toss, opted to bowl in the power play phase of first 6 overs. And this game is brought to you live from our BTS team. Scorer Harsh, camera operated by Satish, operator Fayaz, and myself Pranav. We bring the game to you live from the Fatima grounds. था बट यहाँ पे नहीं. So third four of the over. As we take another look at that shot of length on leg stump and just whacked away for 4. And now they are pondering a change in field. Pretty ordinary stuff with the sort of field that's in place. And if you spot a man with the camera, you should realize that it's Ritwik with his DSLR work. You can see the photographs. Now the field changes. We have a man at deep cover for the final ball of the first over. And Nirmit gets off the mark with a 4. Oh, just down. Excellent effort. Would have been a dream start. Take another look at the replay here. Full length ball on middle stump. Wanted to drive it. Couldn't get underneath. Extra cover just pops out in the last moment. 14 for no loss after the first over. So 14 for no loss, and Sachin comes on to bowl. 14 runs off the first over. So the two fielders outside, our third man and deep cover. Third man's been sent a little more wider. Very interesting to see what sort of length he operates with here. Sachin. 14 runs of the first over. the air, just finds the gap. You can see the man with the camera work in your screens, and there is no other person than Ritwik. This DSLR stuff. See all our photographs in the social media handles at Jfsc in on Instagram and Facebook. Play and a miss. That didn't bounce a lot. Was expecting to bounce a bit, but didn't rise up. Wanted to go through mid wicket. Cool. Now the third man's in, and mid-on has been sent back to long on for Ankur. Shot of length on the bounce to the man at long on. Good work in the deep. The length will be the key on this wicket. You need to have your composure, hitting the right lengths at the right time. Nicely bowled. Quick single. Oh, that's direct hit would have been interesting, but I think the man at point was a little slow on that throw. Have another look. I think that extra bounce off the seam, direct hit would have been very interesting. Otherwise, the batter was pretty comfortably home. Still the same sort of field. Oh, nicely played. Through mid wicket for 4. So fourth boundary and third one for Ankur. Gives himself a bit of room onto the leg side. And in the end, just manages to get enough bat on that one through mid wicket. As I was talking about, you have to hit that length, hit that seam as well. Exactly that length. And make the batter play. To be on spot with that length. 21 without a wicket after 2 overs. So one Sachin bowled an over, the other Sachin comes on to bowl. 21 for no loss. Ankur 14 of 8. Helmet batting at 7 of 4. Very important over this off the power play. They should set the tone for the rest of the game as well. And as I've been talking about, you have to be spot on with your length here. Otherwise, you'll be whacked away for 4 or a 6. Yet to see a 6 in the game, but to make the batters play. That'll be a wide. Not a bad idea at all to bowl that full length delivery, especially with the ball just a couple of overs old. Try and find some movement off the surface to be spot on with your length here. Talking about you don't you don't allow the batters to bowl to them, but rather you bowl as per your feel, as per your plans to the batters. Try and force them to play a false shot. Again, not a bad idea. He's trying to get away from that hitting zone of the batter, especially with the field in place. You have a backward point, deep backward point, and a deep point. So even if you're bowling that full length delivery with a lot of room in not allowing the batters to just free your arms through the leg side, which is where there is less protection. You have more protection on the offside. Exactly that. Good bit of bowling and a good leave by Nirmit. He's bowling that test match length. So I also would like to see a slip in place if he's getting that sort of movement that you see off the surface. You see a man on the left, top left of your screens. Probably get that man a few yards inside with the backward point in place. Exactly that. I'll be wide, but I don't mind that because it's a sort of length that will trouble most of the batters, especially with the new ball in place. And someone like Nirmit, who's not struck a lot of boundaries, just one for him so far. You can make him play those balls. You can make him play 3, 4, 5 balls. Just create doubts in his mind. Yes, there have been wides, but it'll create that skepticalness in his mind, which will create some chances off the wicket. Exactly that. Beautifully bowled. He's getting some zip through the surface. And that's what good bit of bowling does to you, even you're conceding a few wides. False shot will be around the corner. There you go. Lofted away over extra cover for 4. Good response by Nirmit after that ball. Second boundary for him and the 5th one in the innings. Overpitched, got some inward movement and easily put away. I don't think Sachin would mind this at all because you've made the batter think for an attacking shot. Again, a play and a miss. You pull your length back, you get dot balls in this wicket. That's been the story of the bowling so far. You're not getting a lot of movement off the air or off the surface. Not a lot to trouble the batters. And if you really be on that 5 to 7 meter mark, you will get your rewards. Gently tapped away through square leg for a single. Be on your toes as a bowler on this surface. Just has enough movement for you as a bowler. And if you're there and thereabouts, you will get your rewards. Just rushed for pace. 9 came off that over. 30 for no loss after 3 overs. So 30 for no loss after 3 overs. 9 came off that one. Sachin continues. Slow ball on the bounce. Bottom of the bat. You need to be well aware of your lengths. Batters batting outside the crease, knowing that you will bowl those full length balls. Slow ball, not given as a wide. Good bit of bowling. So this is exactly what I was talking about. You are creating those doubts in the batter's mind. The batter will be forced to maybe come onto the offside or flick it away through leg side or come down the track and play something exactly that way. You're cramping in for room. Singles wouldn't create a lot of ruckus for the batters. Just about creating those doubts in the batter's minds. You string those dot balls, especially after the first over, which went for 14 runs. There's been a good bit of recovery. Just 17 runs, 16 runs of the next two. Nirmit is batting inside his crease, contrary to what Ankur was doing. Oh, play and a miss. That is beautifully bowled. He's trying to pitch it up to Nirmit, which is not a bad idea because he's just 12 of 10. Whereas the plan is different to Ankur. This is sensible bowling by the two Sachins. Trying to not pitch it up to a batter who's more attacking, but rather pitch it up to someone who's not very comfortable attacking from ball one. Oh, very nicely bowled again. Yes, they get a single, but I think that is excellent bowling. Good bit of fielding as well. Good bit of aggression on that one. Have to be on your toes as a bowler to keep the batters on their toes. Play and a miss. Beautiful bowling. Oh, chance of a run out for the batters inside. Good bit of awareness by the wicketkeeper. Take another look. Backwards. Firmly inside. Just inside. Just lifted it for a moment. 32 for no loss. Excellent bowling. Just a couple of runs came off that over. So Sachin continues. Sachin J, to be very precise. Good bit of bowling again. This is really good bowling. As a bowler, you get full marks for this sort of fast bowling. Down the track, just over. Down to backward point for a single. Exactly what I was talking about. You're forcing the batter to do something very different, to break the shackles, break the plans. That will invite a false shot. Down the track, thickish outside edge, but just flies down to backward point for a single. Wanted the second run, but is denied by his partner. Even they've kept Ankur silent, so I anticipate something to be very different in this over. somehow anticipate a false shot. Oh, that is beautifully bowled. They're cramping him for room here. This is sensible bowling. This is exceptional bowling, in fact. Pinpoint accuracy on that one. See the man at square leg next to the square leg umpire is warming up. It's very nicely played and beats the man through point for four. Breaks the shackles. Gives himself a bit of room and just carves it away through point for yet another boundary. Tries to go down the track. So the man at backward point has now been pushed inside while there is a long off in operation. Still 6 runs, not a bad over. Direct hit, interesting. 7 runs off that 139 for no loss. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Sachin continues his good work. Couple of runs in his previous over. Goes for the big shot, and that's the first six of the game. Slow ball sat up on the surface, and that's been thumped away for a maximum. And his teammates are delighted about that shot. Slow ball picked it up very early and just whacked away through long on for six. Just came to the bat quite beautifully. Final over of the power play. Sensible batting by Nirmit. Just got down to the other end after this Mahmood six that he hit. That's beautifully played and gets another 4. Beautiful shot. Shot of length. Gently tapped it away. Had enough timing on that one to get to the boundary through mid off. Will be a wide. 12 runs of this over so far. 50 on the board. With that 4 through mid off. Goes again. This time. Ooh, tough chance that's gone down. 50 of the partnership also came up. Slow ball. Just bounced in front of him. So final ball of the power play. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. What a way to finish the power play. 52 for no loss after 6 overs. So power play done, 52 for no loss. And Eric comes on to bowl with more fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep point. Oh, nicely bowled, just over. Good work by the man at long off. Just keep it down to a single. Oh, very nicely bowled again. Quicker through the air, stump to stump line. And they're rotating the strike quite well, these two batters. 27 for Ankur, 25 for Nirmit. That's been the feature of this partnership, mixture of attack and defense and sensible batting as well. Goes for the cut, chipped, but falls safe. Into the shot too early here, Ankur. Tickled away. Doesn't beat the man at short fine for a leg by. Now there's a change in field. Goes for the cut. Just over and beats the man at long off for 4. On the back foot, just over the man at covers. Look at the way how he rocked onto the back foot, seeing the length. 10 runs came of that one. 62. 62 without a wicket. So 63 for no loss. Rohan comes on to bowl some medium pace. Play and a miss. So Ankur's most of the runs have come on the offside. They've made him play in that region through extra cover point, mostly on the way through square of the wicket. Slow ball wants the second run but won't get it. So deep square leg, deep mid wicket, deep point, long on and long off. The 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Still the same sort of field for Nirmit as well. Again, quicker, beaten for pace. And concedes the second run. Not sure if there was a need for a throw. It's giving unnecessary couple of runs. Four runs have come off this over so far. Pushed down to long off for a single. Goes for the big shot and clears the boundary quite comfortably. On the charge, Ankur gives himself a bit of room and just thumps it through point for 6. 73 without a wicket. So Kashif comes on to bowl. Big shot for LBW. Not given out. Actually, very animated appeal from Kashif, given as leg byes. Take another look at that LBW shout. Ooh, that's probably heading down the leg stump. Look at the appeal. Very animated. Getting a bit of turn off the surface. Pace will be the key, otherwise you will be whacked away for 4. There's a change in field. Deep square leg comes in and there's a cover now in place. There'll be a wide. Gentle full toss and safe. Moves on to 40. Does Ankur. It's all about the lengths that you bowl as a spinner on the surface. You will get some purchase. Speeds also matter, of course. Oh, that's gone, I think. Yep. Exactly as I was talking about. I think he's knocked him over and not at stumping. Yep, he's knocked him over. Slow ball gripped off the surface and takes the off stump on its way, I think. Take a look. Goes for the slog sweep and completely castled him for turn. Just turned off the off stump. I think that was the Dusra, and yep, takes the middle stump on the way. And the keeper's delighted. 73 run stand, 75 run stand, beg your pardon, is broken. As the first wicket's down, 76 for 1. Short of length. Viral comes out to bat. Gets off the mark. What a ball to get rid of Nirmit. Pitched on off stump and just took middle stump on its way. Played down the wrong line and beautifully bowled. Good bit of dip on that one. Oh, again, a good bit of bowling. Forced the batter. They want the second run. Oh, better throw would have had Ankur in trouble. He's inducing some serious trouble for the batters here with his magical craft with the ball. Good bit of work behind the stumps as well by the keeper. Standing a little more closer to the stump, especially to the spinner. Full toss. Single down to extra cover to finish the over. 6 and a wicket, 80 for 1 after 9 overs. So Rohan continues. Ooh, very nicely bowled. Quick single. Bowler's end would have been interesting, I think. 81 for 1. 10th over. Just away from the bowler, down to long off for a single. Good bit of work by the man at long off. Nicely played and beats the man. Short of length, lot of room on that one, and just nicely punched away through covers. Deep point had no chance. 6 runs have come and Ankur has moved on to 48. Missed that one completely. Does Ankur? Nicely played, but doesn't get the single, down to extra cover. 86 for 1, still a ball left in this over. Retains strike. Down to long. Oh dear! And gets to his half century. Half century for Ankur of just 32 balls. And 90 on the board. 90 for 1 as everyone takes a little drinks break. Take a look at boundary. Pretty unfortunate for the bowler. Nicely tapped away through long off for a single, and just that burst through the hands to the boundary. He'll not be very happy with that, and what a way to get to a 50. 52 of 32 balls. 90 for 1 after 10 overs. So 90 for 1 after 10 overs. Viral 2 of 2, and Ankur just got those 50 in the previous over. Shot of length. Good work in the deep by the man at deep square leg. Long off, put down and gone for four. This is second time he's been put down, I think. Created another chance, does Kashif, and that goes down the drain. I think the ball slipped out of the man, out of the hand of the man at long off. Take another look at that one, short of length. Couldn't keep it down and through the hands of the man at long off for four. I think that just slipped out of the hands. Goes again and put down again. And he's delighted, the batter. Look at the celebration. Second time he's been put down in consecutive balls. Must, I think, go and buy a lottery after this game. In the air again. This time lands safe. That'll be a wide, fight down leg side. Appeal for stumping, but no one's interested. Take another look. Take another look at those catches in a while. Oh, falls short again, but just down single to backward square leg. Ankur is having a time of his life. Trying his luck and also having some fun on the field. 9 runs have come off the over so far. Oh, that's through everyone. And given as buys as 100 is on the board. This is some serious luck in this over. 13 runs came, including that buy. Look at that. That's through everyone. Missed the stumps, missed the keeper, missed the batter, and eventually ends up getting 4 free runs. Look at that. Give it as wide, stumping appeal, and have another look. Bit of dance moves on that one. There again, after being put down, you have that sort of movements when you're riding that sort of luck. Take another look. Just came in and has a bit of dance moves again. 103 for 1. So 103 for 1, and Harshraj comes on to bowl. Just gets a single down to deep cover. They need wickets here. The Petit Panthers, having won the toss, opting to bowl. Not a lot of assistance and not a lot of help in the field either. Drop catches, a couple of missed fields as well. allowing the batters to scamper through. Quicker ball! Oh, nicely bowled. Just fired it on leg stump, I think. Hurried for pace, Viral. Goes again and misses it again. Hopefully the keeper's alright here. Wants to go for the pull. There is a man at backward square leg for that shot particularly. Not sure if he's watching the ball here. Standing outside leg stump. That'll be a wide. Good work behind the stumps. Fires it again. Oh dear. That's Sachin on field and he's let that slip through. This is not a good day for the fielders so far. Drilled down the ground through the legs of the bowler. Should have been just one run. But it just burst through his hands and legs for four. Second time this has happened in this innings. There's a bug that stung the fielding side. Tickled away, doesn't get it through. Good work this time around. So can someone get Ankur out? Because again, full toss. You'd feel he's missed out for just a couple of runs. Could have put it anywhere across the ground. 9 runs came off that one. 1-1-2 for 1. So Kashif continues his mystery. Can he be rewarded in this over somehow? That bug around the field of misfields. Punch down the ground. This time holds on to that one. That's Sachin. Goes again. And this time taken, finally. What a wonderful catch that is to dismiss Ankur. Running in from deep mid wicket. And it needed that sort of an effort to actually dismiss him. Mistimed it. And good running catch. Held on to it finally. The Petit Panthers. Second wicket down and Kashif deserves this wicket more than anyone. 1-1-3 for 2. So 1-1-3 for 2. Ankit walks out to the middle after that wicket of Ankur. Good catch. Short of length, and has been put away for 4. For a new batter, that's more than a welcome gift that he can have. Take another look, short of length, and just picked off the length. One bounce into the boundary ropes. So 117 for 2 now. Nicely bowled. They cramped him for room here. Shuffling in off the off stump. Pick up the bowlers here, Kashif. 2 for 20, in fact. Down on one knee for the sweep. And that's through again. Took an excellent catch. Or just lets this slip through. Spoils his figures, Kashif. Should have been 1 run, but that's through the gap. So end of an eventful over. That one. Flat sweep. Should have been just 1 run, but alas, that just slipped through for 4. 1-2-1 for 2. Harshraj continues. Leading edge. Gone. Finally, they hold on to their catches and they're relieved here. Look at the way he said, "Thank God." Third wicket down now as Viral falls. Harshraj picks up his first wicket. Take another look. Wanted to go through mid wicket, missed you, and a simple bit of catch. Look at the way he said, "Thank God," after holding on to that catch. So 1-2-1 for 3. So Meghal walks out to the middle, 1-2-1 for 3. They've pulled things back nicely. Couple of wickets in the last 2 overs. Fires that in. Doesn't beat the man at short third. Good bit of agility on the field now. Two new batters in the crease. They'll have to reassess the conditions and get onto a total which seems a lot more comfortable for them. Fires it in again. This time gets off the mark. Nagel. Oh, good bit of work by the man at backward point. On the bounce. Chance of a run out. Oh, good bit of agility on the field, as I was talking about. Goes for the sweep. There is protection out at backward square leg. 4 runs and a wicket. 1-2-5 for 3. So 1-2-5 for 3. Kashif, I think it is. No, Eric comes on to bowl. And for 23 of his 2 overs. Cuts away. Good bit of work. The man at deep point. Come across for a couple of runs. One 27 for 3 in the 15 overs, 15 over mark. Into the 15th over. They're wide. 1-8 for 3. You might think the last 5 overs might just produce 40-50 runs. Take them close to 180 on the board. So be very handy on the surface, which is turning for the spinners. There's a bit of off for the seamers as well. I think that's come off the bat. Oh, there'll be an extra run. Yep, came off the pad. Given as leg byes. Full toss. I think that's missed everyone. Good bit of keeping to stop the byes. Shot for stumping, but it's not given. So back-to-back dot balls. Ankit is trying to force things here. Shot for stumping, and that's given out on field. Fourth wicket down now. Eric picks up his first wicket. And all of a sudden, what looked like a good start, fourth wicket down now. .130 for 4. So 130 for 4. Dushyant walks out to the middle. Eric picks up his first wicket. Given out on field. And it's a good bit of bowling. Third wicket in 3 overs now. Gets off the mark immediately. 6 runs and a wicket off that one. 131 for 4. One three one for 4. 5 overs left in the innings. Harshraj continues. 1 for 13 of his 2 overs so far. Two relatively new batters in the crease. This will be a very interesting phase. Still 1 over of Kashif left. 1 over from Eric. Couple of overs from Harshraj. 16. This one 16. After this he'll get one more, so 17. 18, 19. 1 over from pace, I think. That will be the modus operandi for the Petit Panthers. They have pulled it back nicely. Couple of dot balls. Just in the crease, very skeptical on his footwork. Oh, thickish outside edge, and that'll run away for 4. Again, very skeptical on his footwork. Nowhere close to the pitch of the ball. Just pens it off a thickish outside edge for 4. After a couple of dot balls, boundary is here. Very nicely bowled again. It's keeping it very stump to stump. not letting the batter free away his arms, even if it's a thickish outside edge. Oh, that'll be a wide. Good bit of keeping. Excellent work to stop that 4 runs. Very nicely bowled again. This is excellent bowling under the circumstances. Just 6 of the over so far. Even if he is conceding a boundary of the last ball, this will be an exceptional over. 10 runs, 12 runs under the circumstances is an excellent bowling spell. And he's knocked him over. Contrary to what I asked for, he's picked up a wicket to dismiss Meghal. 1-3-7 for 5 now. And what appeared to be a fabulous start has now turned into a big trouble. Yorked him and cleaned him up beautifully as he picks up his second wicket. Full fired on middle stump, and he was very late on the bat to come down. 1-3-7 for 5. 4 overs left in the innings. Eric continues onto his final over as Dushyant gets the other end as Ronish comes on to bat. 1-3-8 for 5. 90 for 1 at 10 over mark. 48 for 4 after the 10 overs. Pull back really nicely. Wants the single but is sent back. Pull things back very, very nicely here. Goes for the big shot, gets a thickish outside edge. And gets off the mark, Ronish. Play and a miss. Denied for the single by Dushyant. Asking for a wide, but he's not interested, the umpire. So a couple of singles and a couple of dot balls so far in this over. Another single down to deep point. It's been exceptional bowling. 4 for 50 of 6.5 overs. Tickled away fine. Wants the second run, but is quite rightly denied. Just four singles came off that one. 1 for 1 for 5, 3 overs left in the inning. So Harshraj for his final over. Let's take a look at the field. Deep backward, square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep point in place. Goes for the big shot. Just lands safe. Should get a couple of runs, I think. Just a single down to backward, square leg. Big shot in here. And finally, oh, that's dropped. I thought he held on to that one. Sachin, I think it's down at long off. I think it's a tough chance. Not easy when ball's traveling in the air for such a long time. I think that's the third time he's put down a catch. Cut away. Wants the second run and gets it quite easily. So back to back couple of runs now. Eight runs have come off the over so far, but this has been an exceptional spell from Harshraj. 2 for 27. Flicked away, but doesn't beat the man at 45. So 2 for 28 for him, 150 on the board. Couple of overs remaining, 150 for 5. So 150 for 5, couple of overs remaining, and Kashif comes on to bowl his final over, 2 for 24. Play and a miss. Ronish and Dushyant pairing together. Goes for the sweep. Just doesn't connect. So a couple of dot balls to start Kashif's final over. Down to long on for a single. In the air, Sachin in the firing line. No, he won't get there. I'll go to the boundary for 4. So much needed boundary for the Jbcn Stars. Short of length and beautifully picked away by Dushan for 4. Just one bounce. More timing would have taken it all the way through extra cover for 4. So 155 for 5. Couple of balls remaining in Kashif's spell. That'll be a wide. The boundary has just forced him to change his line here. Can be a lot more straighter. Calls for 2. And they get it. Good running between the wickets. 8 runs of the over so far. The 9 runs. And he finishes with 2 for 33. 159 for 5. So 159 for 5. Rohan will bowl the final over of the innings. 90 for 1 after 10 overs to 159 for 5 after 19 overs. It's been a little quiet phase for the Jbcn Stars. Back-to-back wickets in 3 overs derailed them from setting a nice total. Takes the aerial route and beats the man at extra cover. Does that go for 4? Yes, it does. So starts the over with a boundary here. Does Dushyant? I think it is, yes. Just over the man at extra cover. They probably might want to add a fielder at extra cover and put deep square leg inside. So now there's a change in field. Very interesting field in place. There's a ring on the offside. No one down at fine leg. No one at cover yet. Line has to be pretty straight. If you're erring on line, you will be punished for. Not given as wide. That's good bowling. Excellent decision on field. Full toss. And that has been hammered away out of the ground for 6. Call for a new ball if you like. Full toss on leg stump, clears his front leg and just thumps it through long on for 6. 10 runs of the over so far. And they have a little conference here about plans. Not sure if that's the line they want to operate with, especially the field spread on the leg side. Might want to go for that Yorker on leg stump. Probably try and cramp the batter for room. Still 180 very much on the cards, despite loss of wickets in batches. Goes for the big shot again. Man at deep point, beats it. In fact, no one at deep point. Full toss, just moved away a bit to the leg stump. Standing outside his crease, and that's easy pickings. Stand and deliver, doesn't even bother running. Prashant. 14 runs off the over so far, 170 on the board. Couple of balls remaining. You can see all of a sudden it's turning out to be a biggish over. There's always that risk of runs when you're bowling a seamer in the death overs. Slow ball, and that's just picked away. Has it gone all the way? No one bounce. He's playing a blinder here. 38 of just 20 balls to shit. Slow ball on off stump and just chipped over point. Third boundary of the over and 18 runs of the over so far. Final ball of the innings. Now a change in field. Deep cover, deep point goes out and deep square leg comes inside. Goes for the big shot. Sachin finally takes one. And he kicks the ball to finish the innings. 177 for 6. Rohan picks up his first wicket. Take another look at that. Full toss on off stump. On, beg your pardon, it's a Yorker on leg stump. An easy bit of catch. Finally holds on to one and kicks the ball in disappointment. So welcome back everyone for the chase. Petit Panthers require 178 to win. Here we go, first ball. Big appeal. Everyone came down the pitch, but it's not given on field. I think the bat hit the ground. Sachin and Naved open the batting for Petit Panthers. Akshesh opens the bowling for Jbcn Stars. And hello and good evening from wherever you're watching in the world. This is the Dad's Premier League Season 5. Good bowling and good leave as well. This is the Dad's Premier League Season 5, the game between Petit Panthers versus Jbcn Stars. The Petit Panthers won the toss, opted to bowl, and now are chasing 178 from their 20 overs. Ankur made a 50 in the first innings, and contributions from Dushyant and Nirmit led to that total of 177 for 6. Now the track, and that'll be a wide. First runs on the board. Given as wide. Operating with a slip in place. Long off and long off outside the circle. The only fielder I can spot from my screen. Take his outside edge and I'll run away for 4. First boundary of the innings. Very thickish outside edge. Full length, wanted to drive it and pass the man at first slip for 4. So change in field now, the enforcing the slip region here. Man at catching point. Couple of slips in place. First slip, second slip. Batting outside his crease. Sachin on the track and lets that one pass through. So long off, the only man I can see outside the 30-yard circle. Play and a miss. There's a man out at sweep point on the offside. There are 2 men outside the 30-yard circle, operating with a couple of slips in place. Final ball of the first over. Lets that pass through to finish the over. 5 without a wicket after first over. So Ronish comes on to bowl. He's operating with a single slip in place, same sort of field as in the first over. And Navid is off the mark. And you can spot a man with a black jacket on. He's no one else but Ritvik, who does the camera work for us, taking some nice pictures. And bring to you the BTS team of the feed. Scorer Harsh, camera Satish, operator Fayaz, and myself Pranav. We're live from the Fatima grounds here at Bihar. Goes for the big shot, doesn't connect. There's not a lot of foot movement from these two batters, especially Sachin, who's got a boundary of the thickish outside edge. And as I was talking about in the first innings, it's very important to be precise with your lines. You cannot be too complacent going for the swing always, especially with the newish ball. You have to be spot on with your length. If you err, you'll be punished. Exactly like that. That's the first six, and that's gone out of the ground. Get a new ball if you like. What a shot that is. Over pitched and banged away through long off. Don't even bother running for that one. Look at that. Full extension and hold your pose, gentlemen. What a shot. As I was talking about, if you err on length, you will be punished for big six that, and that's forced the keeper to come up to the stumps. Huge hit, that one. Again, the key is to not diverge away from your plans. If you're opting to bowl with that slip in place, to be very pinpoint accurate. Tapped away to point for a single. What's the second run? Trouble, that's gone. That is poor running between the wickets. Now it falls courtesy of some poor calling between the two batters. First wicket down for 12 runs. As we take another look at that one, tapped away to point. There's just one run on offer. Wanted the second run. I'm not very sure what was the communication about between the two batters. Sent back and nowhere in the picture. Short of his ground, and easy decision for the square leg umpire. 12 for 1. It's 13 for 1. Sachin. These two Sachins shared the new ball with the first innings and now batting together. Jersey number 8 and 14. Need a big start here. 52 for no loss. The Stars were in after the power play. Got to be somewhere around 40 for 1, 45 for 1, chasing 178. Can't lose the plot in the first 6 overs. Again, similar sort of field, long off and deep point. Gently tapped away to get off the mark. end the over 14 for 1. So 14 for 1, Akshesh continues none for 5 of his first over, and there are a couple of slips in place. Ankur setting up the field here. Viral at long off has been sent a little more finer, straightish long off in place. Flicked away. No one down there. They're not getting more than a single. Good work by the wicketkeeper. Been very animated, Ankur. Setting up the fields. Very important for the Petit Panthers not to lose the plot. Immediately after wicket falls, you need not go into your shell. Play your shots, but be sensible as well when you're doing that. I think outside his crease, Sachin J. Flicked away. This time has enough bat. I think that's given us 4 runs. Yep. For a moment, I thought there was a fielder at fine leg, but there was no one. Just picked it up outside the boundary ropes. Yep. So a second boundary. Second 4 for Sachin J. Put away these bad balls and also respect the good balls. Just knock it around for a single. That's what Nirmit and Ankur did opening the batting. That'll be a wide, yep, for sure. Very important to stay afloat when you're chasing a target of 178. Also, if you're a new ball bowler and you get a lot of movement on offer, see 2 slips in place, you're suddenly excited that, oh, I'm getting a lot of movement. You'll over try, overcompensate, and that will lead to a lot of runs. Which is exactly why the man at second slip has been moved out to backward point. Goes for the big shot and 6 full runs on that one. He's picked the bones out of that one. What a shot. Second 6 for Sachin J, and he's on a roll here down the track and just picked it away beautifully. Again overpitched and just whacks it away. So 12 runs have come off this over so far, and he's turning it on, Sachin. They are turning it on, in fact, the 2 Sachins. Still batting outside his crease, still a slip in place, no change in field. Goes for the big shot again, and again 6 full runs on that one. That's gone onto the parking lot. What a shot. Over pitched on middle stump and beautifully picked up off the length for 6. And has he been given the first warning? Yep. I think he's been given the first warning here for running on the pitch. Send you. So back-to-back sixes for Sachin J, and that has forced the slip to go out. You can see no one near the wicketkeeper except himself. Goes for the big shot again, and that's six again. Same result. For us, it's easier to just control C and control V. What a beautiful hit that is. Down the ground and just flicked off a length for six. This is turning out to be an huge over. 18 runs off three sixes, then a four and a wide and a leg by. That's 24 runs, still a ball left to come. In serious trouble here. 33 of 13 balls. He's batting at a strike rate of over 300. Would you believe that? Just over 200, 250 in fact. So what can Akshesh do here? Can he finish with a dot ball or even pick up a wicket, or will Sachin just go bang bang again? So now a change in field. Deep point comes in, and I think they've moved long on. There is a long on in place. Now what will Akshesh do here? He try and bowl a decent length delivery and force the batter to just cut it. Bowls the full toss, full length. And that's gone for six. Four sixes in a row to finish this over. Over pitches it in search of movement, and a slow ball beautifully picked away. Four sixes in a row. Would you believe it? 30 runs, I think 29 runs came off that over. 44 for one. I was talking about 44 in about 6 overs. It's just achieved in half of the time. 44 for one after 3 overs. Down the track, driven away beautifully, and they scamper across for a couple of runs. This is Mehul into the attack. Down the track, just nudged away through backward point. Chance of a run out. Nope. All safe in the end. Cuts away, wants a very quick single. Gets it. Eventually does. Gets it. 3 runs have come off the over so far. 47 for one. Beautifully driven away through the hands, and that's gone for 4. 50 on the board, and Sachin has raced away to 40s now. Overpitched by Mehul. On the bounce, awkwardly bounced in front of the man at point, and through the gap, beats the man at sweeper cover. That's gone for the big shot, but that's turned. He's outfoxed him. Good comeback after that 4 by Mehul. Still 7 runs have come off the over. And 50 is on the board. Sachin is batting on 43 of 16 balls. Has he found the gap? You bet he has. He's raced away to 47. Take another look, short of a length, adjusted in the very last moment to find the gap through mid-wicket for 4. 11 runs came off that one, 55 for 1 after 4 overs. Still a couple of overs remaining in the power play. So 55 for 1. Anand comes on to bowl some left arm medium pace. Flicked away, and he's welcome to the crease with a boundary through square leg. The other Sachin joins the party now. Full length, swinging in on the pads and easily flicked away through square leg for 4. This is a smart batting by the two batters, taking full advantage of the field restrictions. He's not happy with himself, very rightly so. So I think the keeper is coming up to the stumps. Yep. So the keeper's coming up to the stumps. Take a look at the field here. Mid off is up. There is a man at sweeper. Cuts and misses. I think there's a long on in place for the big shot. Nine for 1 now. This is good cricket by the two Sachins. Sachin J batting on 47 and gets to his 50 in style here. 51 of just 18 balls, and he's making a statement. Raises his bat to his dugout, and 50 of the partnership as well on the board. Would you believe that Sachin D has just contributed 9 runs. What a shot! Full length, over pitched, and just whacked away for 4. Goes for the shot again, but doesn't connect this time. Good bit of bowling. Could you believe that this partnership has raced away to 51 runs? And out of those 51, only 9 runs have been scored by Sachin D. Rest 42 has been scored. Yes, there have been a few extras, but 40 odd has been scored by Sachin J. Goes for the big shot again and misses. So 9 came of that over, 64 for 1. So Mehul continues. 11 came of his first over, still operating with a slip in place, sweeper cover and long off in operation. He's knocked him over, I think. Yep. Goes for the paddle sweep and takes the leg stump on its way as his partnership, which was looking very, very dangerous, has been broken up. Mehul picks up his first wicket. Take another look, goes across the line and the middle stump's gone. Completely plays down the wrong line. Let's take another look. Came far too across to the off stump and it's been castled in. So 64 for 2. Sixty-four for 2, so Sean comes out to bat. Last over of the power play, these two were really going along nicely. Especially Sachin J. He's played some seriously good shots. 4 sixes in an over. What started as 9 runs an over has now come down to 7.69 in an over. Play and a miss. Sixty-four for 2, still an excellent start. Wants the single and gets it. Good running between the wickets. And Sean is off the mark. 3 balls left in the power play, 65 for 2. They were 52 for no loss, the Stars. Plus 15 and 2 wickets so far. Still 3 balls left. What can Sachin do here? The slip's gone out. Nope, still in place. Sweeper covers come inside. I think once a single, but is sent back. Sweeper covers now being moved to deep cover. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Very important to not try too many things. Just stay wherever you are. 65 for 2, 70 for 2 would look much better than 66 for 3. So final ball of the power play, 66 for 2. What will Sean do here? Will he go for that big shot over square leg? A lot of vacant spaces available on the leg side. And now a change in field. Cover moves to sweeper cover. Cushioned out on the boundary. Just lands safe on a couple of bounces to the man at long off to finish the power play, 67 for 2. So Anand continues power play done. That'll be a wide and a bye as well. Very nicely bowled and good running between the wickets. Very important for them to just not lose the plot here. The Stars were 90 for 1 after 10 overs, which means that they scored 38 for 1 after the power play. 2 for no loss versus 67 for 2 plus 17 and 2 wickets. Goes for the big shot and thickish outside edge. That'll run away for 4. Tries to hoik it through covers, bottom of the bat, and enough power on that one to get to the boundary. Goes for the big shot, and I think that's gone for 6. Yes, it has. So 10 runs have come off the 2 balls. Nicely just tapped away for a single. That'll be a wide. So 16 runs have come off the over so far. Eighty-three for 2. So Mehul continues, 1 for 14 of his couple of overs. Stepped away to backward point. Direct hit would have been interesting. So the field that you see is deep point, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, ring on the offside. Shot third is quite fine. Gone. Easy as you like. Simple catch for the man at extra cover. Overpitched, wanted to go over extra cover, no timing on that one, and easy as you like. So the third wicket down now. '84 for 3. '84 for 3. Harshraj comes on to bat. Had a good outing with the ball. Quick single to get off the mark. Wants the second run, but is sent back. Beautifully flicked away, and the ball just stops there as they take a couple of runs. So 4 runs and a wicket off the over so far. 66 of 27. He's putting on a show here. Did a good job with the ball as well up front in the power play. Now he's following up with his bat. Out of 87, 66 he has scored, so you can do the calculations if you like. So final ball of Mehul's third over. Going at 11 runs and over. Very interesting. Just down to deep mid wicket for a single to finish the over. 5 and a wicket. 88 for 3. So Karan gets to bowl. 88 for 3. 8 overs done. Going at exactly 11 runs and over. They did 90 of 12 overs. 7.5 runs and over required. And without a doubt, Sachin holds the key to this chase. He holds the key, he holds the bat, he holds the ball, he holds everything for this side. He's getting a hint of turn, Karan. Just a single of 4 balls. Goes for the big shot and straight as an arrow for 6. That's gone all the way. And Harsh Raj gets a move on. 6 full runs on that one. Take another look at that shot. Take another look in some time. But his first boundary nudged away for a single to finish the over. 8 came off that one, 96 for 3. So you take another look at that shot. Beautiful shot. Full levers on that one, over pitched. Good use of the feet as well, and going all the way for 6. 96 for 3. Ronish dot to start the over. Going at nice run rate here, 10, 10 and a half, 11 is what they are eyeing. 82 from 10.5 overs, 7.57 the required run rate. And what's important here is what lines does Ronish operate with. You have deep backward point, and that's through third man for 4. That is a good bit of batting to get 100 runs on the board. I'm just talking about the field, deep backward point, long on, long off, deep mid wicket. Through third man for 4 now. Raj pick up his second boundary. That'll be a wide, would have been a stumping had he collected that cleanly here. 101 for 3 now. You can see a man at backward square leg on your screens right now next to the square leg umpire. So the line has to be pretty wide of off stump. Shot for LBW. But not given on field. So 4 wide and a couple of dot balls so far in this over. Tucked away through square leg. Oh, beats the man in fact. Does it have enough legs? No. Man at mid wicket. Mehul that is. To finish the over with a couple of runs. 9 runs came off that one. 105 for 3 after 10 overs, and everyone will take a drinks break. So 105 for 3, we have change in ends. 73 from 10 overs, 7.5, 7.3 runs and over. So wherever you're watching in the world, just consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Press the bell icon. Oh, that's thumped away for 6. Balls lost into the trees and just come back down. What a shot that is. Welcome to the attack, Karan, says Sachin. Beautifully hit through the line for 6. He's playing an absolute gem of an innings here. 75 of 33 balls, tickled away fine. Harsh! Harsh, Harsh. phone, phone. Kaushik. नहीं मैंने So 8 runs have come off the over so far, and certainly they are running out of plans to dismiss Sachin here. If you look at the field, deep mid wicket, cow corner, long on, long off, anti-point. The five fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Goes for the big shot. That's into the orbit. That's gone out of the ground. They're asking for a newish ball here. What a shot over cow corner for six. You place as many fielders as you like. That's gone all the way for six. We've lost the ball and he's distraught here, Karan. So 14 runs have come off the over so far, and he's turning it on. Sachin 82 of just 36 balls. Cuts away, doesn't beat the man at backward point. As they scamper across for a single to finish the over. 15 came off that one. 120 for 3 after 11 overs. So Anuj comes on to bowl. If you look at the field here, they're placing a man at square leg. There's a deep mid wicket, long on, long off. Deep point, down to mid wicket for a single. And what will be important here is the way they pace their chase. Yes, the required run rate is under 7 runs and over. But again, it's important to not lose the plot. Trying too many things at once will just lead into a collapse. Just keep it very simple. Play the ball on its merit, and not try and do a lot of things to force the error from the bowling side. Just play it on its merit. Just keep it very simple. Trying too many things. 57 required of 8.4 overs. in all Sachin J written on this chase so far. Cuts away. That's thrashed. But just gets a single. Down to deep backward point. For a moment, I just thought it's picked his spot for boundary. A bit of timing on that one. Just a couple of runs of the three balls bowled so far. What will Sachin do here? Can he just find the gap through square leg? Maybe just for the liking of the commentator here. Just through square leg, maybe a little flick from the off stump. Actually batting outside leg stump and outside his crease. That'll be a wide. So the plan is very much clear to not bowl in his arc at all. Stars. So if you're confused as to who are stars and who are Petit Panthers, the batters are Petit Panthers, although the jerseys look a little more identical. Bowlers are from Jbcn Stars. That is not called as a wide, very rightly so. Spinners dominated the middle overs phase for in the first innings. They caused a little collapse, 90 for 2 to 131 for 4, 15 overs, 90 for 1 in fact. He tapped away to point for a single. Oh, that misfield is come back for 2. Good work by the keeper. Just catch the ball. Five runs have come off this over so far. Final ball of Anuju's first over. It's now shifted inside the crease as the keeper is a few yards inside the circle. In fact, up to the stumps. So 6 came off that one. Sachin retained strike. 1-2-6 for 3. So Mehul continues. 52 required of 8 overs. Once the second run, oh dear, would have been disastrous had he gone out. Poor bit of calling between the two batters. Tapped away to a long on for a single. So what will the JBCN Stars do here? Can they break the shackles or break the stand here? So 130 on the board. Sachin batting on 90. Wanted to go for the big shot, but sensibly bowled by Mehul. His last over, just a couple of balls remaining. Bowled really well, 2 for 23. It's been a delight watching him bowl, and been a delight watching Sachin bat. Just walked away off that overthrow for a single. Just gently walked away down to the other end. So final ball of Mehul's spell. Very nicely driven. No one down there. That will go to the boundary. No, it doesn't. Good stop. So, couple of runs to finish his spell. 1-3-3 for 3. He finishes with 2 for 26. And they need 45 from 7 overs. Has that been put down? Anuj continues bowling. Very sure. Have a look. Oh, tough chance as a bowler to catch it on your follow through. 92 for Sachin, 20 for Harshraj. Goes for the big shot but doesn't connect. That's gone. Anuj picks up his first wicket as Harshraj perishes, trying to play a big shot, not fully committed to that one, and carries it straight to long on, who takes a diving catch forward. Fourth wicket down now, and the partnership's broken. 1-3-4 for 4. So Eric walks out to the middle and gets off the mark quite. No, doesn't get off the mark in fact. That'll be a wide. Play and a miss. Dot to finish. 135 for 4. So Dushan comes onto ball. 135 for 4. Round the wicket. Bit of medium pace. Look at the field. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off. Deep backward point and deep point. Wants the second run. Will he get it? No, he won't. Good bit of calling by Eric to stop the run. Been disastrous had he got out on 92. Surely deserves 100, doesn't he? So those who are watching us, as I was talking about, do consider subscribing this YouTube channel. You will get to see a lot of cricket games. The cricket season's around the corner. That'll be wide. Cricket season's around the corner. You will see a lot of games streaming around this vicinity. A lot of tournaments happening, a lot of tournaments upcoming, and also consider following us on Instagram and Facebook at the rate Jfsc in. Excellent bowling. I think that's taken him on the foot. There's a call for physio here. Hope he's alright. Able to stand on his feet. He's limping a bit. Eric, 137 for 4. That is beautifully timed. And that goes for four as Eric gets off the mark. Down on his knees after the previous ball, but what a beautiful punch through square. No one down at deep point, and that'll run away for four. First boundary and gets off the mark. Just 37 needed now of 5.2 overs. Six have come off this over. Can Eric find another boundary? Can he just keep the scoreboard ticking to take the pressure off? Oh, that's beautifully flicked away to deep mid wicket. Now, Sachin just needs to calm down, not go for a lot of aggressive shots. Yes, he's been brilliant for his 93 of 49 balls. Just needs to have his composure here to get to that milestone of 7 runs. Just 7 runs away, and you don't want to throw it away all of a sudden and hold up in a lot of disappointment. Round the wicket and nudges that away for a single to finish the over. 8 came off that one. 1-4-3 for 5 after 15 overs. 1-4-3 for 4 after 15 overs. This gets down to the other end as Anuj comes on to bowl 1 for 9. 95 to Eric. Beg your pardon, Sachin. 5 to Eric. Just previous score minus 90 for Eric. Just come out to bat. 1-4-4 for 4. Good score. If you're just watching and you want a tongue twister, try saying that 10 times. 1-4-4-4. 34 of 4.4 overs. Now try saying that 1-4-4 for 4 need 34 of 4.4 overs. I just count how many fours are in that. Do let us know in your comments if you just pass that tongue twister challenge. Played that fine down to backward point for a single. Just try the tongue twister, especially to the kids at home. Just reminder 1-4-4 for 4. They need 34 from 4.4 overs. Try saying this 10 times and maybe post a video tagging Jfsc in, and we'll reach out to you how you did that. Did that well, or to practice a bit more. Dealing in singles now, Sachin. Batting outside his crease, Eric. Goes for the big shot. Doesn't have enough legs to go to the boundary, but will get a couple of runs. Not able to pick up the ball in his hands here. Man at deep mid wicket. Tried twice. Five runs have come off this over so far. They need 30 or 4 overs. 4.1 overs. 148 for 4. Oh, that's been whacked away. Does it have enough legs? No, it doesn't. Just a couple of runs to get 150 on the board. 7 runs came off that one. 150 for 4. They need 28 runs of 4 overs at exactly 7 runs an over. What a way to get to your 100! What a shot that is! 102 of 53 balls, and he does that in an absolute style. Bring out the celebration, you gentlemen. Fully deserve that 100. What a knock this has been. 102 of 53 balls. Full. And he's put on an absolute cracker of a performance. Goes for the pull. And that's gone for 4. So 10 runs of the first 2 balls now. He's turning it on in style. Down the track, half cracker, and easily put away into the boundary cushions. What a 100 that is. I'm very delighted to be watching the first 100 of my commentary stint career. Down the track again. Gets a couple of runs. You would like to savor the moment of that 100 time and again as a batter. First class 100, always sweet memory to remember. And it'll be a special game for me as well as a commentator to witnessing one classic 100. It's carried away for 4. This is getting all too easy at the moment. Easily put away. Paddle sweep. And easy as you like. He's in a hurry to go home. Sachin. Down the track. Long off. Drops it. And that goes for 4, I think. Oh, that's a gone for 6. No, given as 4. Everyone has their hands on the head. 16 and 20 runs of this over so far. This has been a sensational innings. Brilliant hitting as well. Down the track again. 6 again. What an over this is. 26 runs came off that one. He's turning it on. Gauge the length very early. Slow ball and just thumps it over long off for 6. Just 2 runs required now, and you take a look at the moment where he got to his 100. This is a moment to frame, savor, and watch again and again and again. Down the track, full on middle stump, and just thumped away for 6. Raises his bat immediately. So just a couple of runs required now, thanks to that brilliant 100. I think the number of awards that you have on offer for today, he'll sweep all of them, and quite rightly so. Just 2 runs required now of 3 overs. Look at the required run rate, it's under 1 run and over. Should be the final ball, if not. Yep, Eric does the right thing to just let Sachin finish this game. It's been a phenomenal innings. 122 of just 58 balls. I've last heard the chance of Sachin on 1 KD, but this is phenomenal batting. I think his parents named him rightly, Sachin. It's been that kind of a knock. He's been in that sort of touch, not put 1 foot wrong. Down the track and flicks it away. That should be it. That's the game for the Petit Panthers. They take the game by 6 wickets. And he's super happy, Sachin. There's the confirmation. If you like to see that, Petit Panthers take the game by 6 wickets. It's been an absolute treat to watch this game so far, and really hope that you like the coverage from all of us at Jfsc. Thoroughly enjoyed covering this game. That's it. That's all we have for tonight. Until the next game, take care and good night from all of us at the Jfsc. This is Pranav Nair signing off from the Fatima grounds. Until we speak and see you next time, it's good night and take care.